Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. And we're having coffee. And I got this beautiful new Celtic Tree of Life mug from one of the ladies that attended my retreat. And interestingly enough, it wasn't the lady from Ireland. Um, one of the ladies had just returned from Ireland, and that was something she brought back. It is beautiful in so many ways, but it has gold on it. It's sparkly and it has words on the inside and a message on the outside. It is gorgeous. So here we are, another week. June is almost halfway over, and the guides, angels, companions want you to know something. Um, you are powerful AF. And many times, as we move on in years, we begin to believe that we are less powerful, that we become impotent, non useful, we don't matter. Our bodies are just going to fail. That's all there is to it. We take on a very big societal view. And truthfully, in our Western society, the elderly are not revered like they are in some of the Eastern cultures. And we are not valued for the wisdom and the gold nuggets that we have to share from our life experience. I'm here to tell you this is all BS. We are so necessary for what is going on in this world. And this truly isn't a message just about those of us who are getting on in years. It is a message for all of us because this is about time and the constructs of time and how to value who we are, because we are the ones that are ushering in this new world. We have an old world that is falling away, beginning to crumble very quickly. We're going to see a speeding up of that, but don't fall into the fear about that. This has to happen. And I say this a lot. So forgive me if I sound like a broken record, but it is very easy to be manipulated into fear because everything around us in the media, in the government, all of this in the medical system, they want us to be in fear. It's easy to manipulate. It is easy to control. So us holding our space, understanding that, yep, things are going to look pretty rocky. They're going to get shaky. Things are going to be challenging. We are the space holders. We are the time holders. We are those who can be the light in the darkness. And we are already. So the first card that came up in this series of cards for today is lightning, and that is power. Can't read that there because of the light shining on it, but it says power right there. Again, it is really very, very important that we own the fact that we are powerful, that we have the power within us to first take care of ourselves, because us taking care of ourselves physically, mentally, spiritually, socially allows our vibration to stay in a higher vibration. That is what we share with the world. So it is imperative that we are easy on ourselves as we're moving into this vast, very quick change that we are experiencing in the world. And that, oh, now I see why I'm so bright on this side. The filter that I had on that light has fallen off. So I digress. Um, Powerful AF, that is us. And the next card from the Mystical Shaman Oracle, which is one of the most beautiful decks I have, is the Time Master. Years ago, I listened to read a book called The Big Leap by can't think of Gay's last name. Gay is a man. And I listened to this book twice. It's very, very powerful book. The biggest thing I took away from it the first time is the fact that we are the masters of time. I am where time comes from. Time is not linear like we are, have been taught. You start and you end. Time does a circular thing, and all of time is happening right now. And time is a man's construct, that linear. Okay, we're here, we get born, we're here at age 16, at age 30, at age 50, at age 70, at age 90, and then we're done. And as we reach those milestones, we're declining, we're becoming less cognizant, our physical bodies are breaking down, we're becoming certainly less valued. None of the other is true. We don't have to buy into that we're just not as much as we were. I was taking a walk with my dog yesterday, and I ran into this gentleman for the second time who had this very little girl dog who was quite wild, and she's just under a year, and he's just this old, probably not all that much older than me, but very old within himself. And he said to me this time, we had to walk along. Well, we didn't have to, but I felt compelled to slow my walk and start visiting with him again. And he told me that in 1996, he fell 27 feet, was declared dead, and then woke up. And he said, I'm not the same man that I was before. And I thought to myself, I'm not the same woman I was in 1996 or in 1957 when I was born, or 63 or 89. I'm not the same woman I'm going to be in 2029. So it is okay that we are not the same. We are always evolving and changing. We have a great deal of effect on how that looks. If we buy into the societal norms that we just become more useless and less valuable, that's exactly what we will become. The next card that came up was the owl card, one of my favorite icons. The owl is a spirit animal I work with regularly. And by the way, one of the energies that I channel is white buffalo calf woman. This came to me in a dream. I don't dream that I remember very often. And this was a very vivid dream. And so I went, okay, I do like I did. I went, so what does that mean that I channel this very powerful healing woman? The white buffalo calf is very revered in the indigenous tradition. Recently in Yellowstone, I believe it was, a white buffalo calf was born. And that is an omen of good luck. And I'm digressing from what I was talking about. But it is an omen of good luck. But again, there will be breakdown before the buildup of this new world we are ushering in. So the owl is the master of the night. She can see situations with perfect clarity, more so when it is dark, and is able to discern truth when others are sightless. She helps you find your light and your lightness in the darkest moments of your life, and to embrace the night as your ally, which means embrace these darkness moments when shadows come up for us, which are always an energy that needs to be released. It's a belief we've held that is not necessarily true, but we have held it to be true. So we continually make true what it is we're holding in our space. And so know that the darkness is that time of learning. If you choose it to be, if you take hold of it and go, I choose to learn from this and be in the learning space while I'm going through this. Al can bring you messages from the invisible world. She opens your ears so that you may hear the voices of the ancestors and you may acquire their wisdom and make it your own. The owl came up in reverse, and the owl guards against self-deception and insists that your motives be pure and transparent to all. What is the message that you're not hearing? The situation you're not seeing with clarity. And that truly is, this time, as the more experienced we are in life, the more we have to offer the world. You may be what you consider to be the simplest person out there, but your years in this world has taught you some things. And so know that you see things that our younger counterparts may not be seeing because of their lack of years of experience. Buy into the fact that you are more powerful because of this, that you have more to offer the world because of it. Those who don't value you, let them go, let them fall by the wayside. Choosing to find those who need what you have to offer, whatever that looks like for you. I'll invite you to wait patiently, bide your time until it is right to act, then do so decisively with no hesitation and no remorse. Be the one ready to offer the experience, the wisdom, the insight that you have because of your place in this construct of time that we give a lot of power to, maybe more power than we should. Well, yeah, we do give it more power. Then the next card that came up was the Ghost Dance. The ghost dance of the American Plains Indians united the spirits of the living with those of the ancestors to bring peace to the world. When the ancestors are honored, they bring harmony to us because they bring harmony within us, because they are us. We are nothing more than the sum total of all of our ancestors in our energies. That is why we can do ancestral healing. As we heal our own energies, we are healing our ancestors as well. Because in our DNA, if you want to go strictly to the physicality, the science of it, we bring in the energy of our ancestors, not just the hair color, the height, the bone, the body structure. We bring in trauma. We bring in belief systems. We bring in lots of energies that um, they experienced in their life. Good morning, Cindy. Thank you so much for commenting. Oh, happy birthday. Cindy's 65 today. It's a great way to start my day. I am of great value. The universe shows me this frequently. That is awesome, Cindy. Absolutely. So the ghost dance, I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure it came upright. So the invitation is the ancestors have a message of healing and a powerful medicine to offer you. Create a sacred moment at your altar, light a candle to them, and let their wisdom infuse you. At this stage in your life, you are done repeating their tragic stories. Step into the abundance that is offered to you. Receive the gifts of those that have come before you and write a new story of your life. And certainly on a birthday, that's a great way and a great time to initiate and celebrate that. I was listening to someone this morning and they talked about making a stillness meeting, scheduling a stillness meeting with yourself in your calendar. Even if it's 10 minutes, I urge you to do that once a day. I do it in the morning. The morning is my favorite time. And so I'm up early and there are no distractions. Whenever you can schedule that stillness meeting, stillness is where the ancestors can communicate. Stillness is where the angels, the guides, the companions that walk with you can communicate to you and give you insights and guidance and intuitive hits that can help you move through your life with greater ease, with less strife, with more self-love and self-trust. So look to the ancestors and know that they have much to offer. And this is the time when you can heal. A couple of years ago, I was out by the fire. And at this point, truly, I did not work with the ancestors much. I kind of had this feeling that y'all caused me enough grief when you were here. I'm really not into talking to you now. I don't really need you in my life. Even though my wisdom and my wise self said they are not the same. Once they cross over, they do have amazing nuggets to offer you. So I was out by the fire on my patio, and all of a sudden I became aware that this crowd was with me. And I had been doing a lot of ancestral healing at that point. I continue to do ancestral healing because every time I heal myself, I am healing something that came through from our ancestors as well. all of a sudden I realized they were all there and they were happy and they liked each other. And my mother and father were dancing together. And it was just one of the most moving, most beautiful experience I'd ever had. And they were very grateful and thanked me for the healing I had already done. And and this is the next thing was, and we have some other things we need you to help release from us. And they listed these energies. And so I just said, okay, I can do that. But it felt so good to see them together in harmony, which was not something they lived in the world. So know that you have the ability to heal the ancestors by healing you. That stillness meeting that you schedule is that time to get the insights and the hits on what needs to be moved next. It will benefit you, it will benefit them. And the last card that came up was the hummingbird. When my friend from Ireland, the healer I brought in for the retreat, came, it was the first time she'd been, well, really out of her country except to England for her brother's funeral. And so everything was just such a delight for her, but the hummingbirds were particularly delightful. She doesn't have them there. And so they were just coming in here when she was here. And so she had a lovely experience with the hummingbird. Despite being so little, hummingbirds are great journeyers, migrating between North and Central or South America to feed from the summer nectar. This gentle creature can be fiercely territorial to protect its home. Hummingbird teaches us to be gentle to ourselves and protect our personal space. And that's one way to care for yourself, is to protect your space. Don't allow the energies, the curses of others that are sometimes placed towards us, sent to us. You have the right to remove ones that are already there by stating it is time for you, this energy, to leave me. And by protecting your energy, place a cobalt blue pyramid of light around yourself and a mirror ball of energy so that the energies that are sent towards you, particularly with malice, bounce off. You are free to accept the ones you want to receive, but you have the right to repel those that you do not, and to clear your energy of those. Hummingbird invites you to embark on your epic quest. Bypass the dung pile of old pain and hurts, head for the flowers, and learn to trust the calling you hear ever so softly. And again, it's incredibly important in the later years of your life not to buy in that adventure is over. I adventure in very small ways because I crave and require adventure. I have many different ways I can get home from Boise. And often I will take a longer route because I get to drive by the river, another, come back in through the other end of the valley because I haven't seen it in a while. Little adventures. Sometimes I will have 20 minutes. I'll go sit by the river in Boise between appointments, sometimes put my feet in it. These small adventures, but know too that those bigger adventures are still available to you. You do not have to stop having adventures because you aren't as out there in the world. Maybe you're on a fixed income, so the adventure money is tight. Ask to receive more ways to increase your little money pot for your adventures. That can be going to a movie with friends. That can be any number of things. That can be renting an Airbnb in the mountains with 4 other friends, so it's only $30 a night. Whatever that looks like to you. And connection is huge. I encourage you to do the Airbnbs in the mountains with friends. The invitation of the hummingbird is: the buzzing you feel is the sound of your hummingbird wings preparing you to say yes to a new adventure. This is not the time to linger on what has gone wrong, but to trust in the rightness of the moment and to take bold action. And someone out there that is listening to that is caught up in a cycle of regret. You can't change the past, and it is now just an illusion of energy. The only thing you can do is cut the cords to that so you quit feeding it that energy that you've got that you could be spending on today creating fun adventures. Let go of regrets. Let go of the past because they hold you back with those energy cords. They keep you from moving forward more easily and with greater speed. So let go of the past. Trust that success is assured, even if you must face tests and challenge to reach your destination. Know that all will be well because the all is in the small. It truly is the little things, those little adventures, ways to keep the spice in your life. Taking an evening bicycle ride with your spouse out to somewhere you would like to go, by the river, wherever, to the park. We have the Cherry Festival right now in Emmett. Not somewhere I've been in many years just because the big carnival thing isn't my scene. But sometimes it's really fun just to go down and walk through these booths and people watch and just have something different happen in your life. It is a choice you can always make. It is always up to you and only up to you to do your work, to move forward with greater ease, to bring more fun, more lightheartedness. Sometimes that means going to the city park and watching the children play and watch how they invent play and learn to invent play again in your life. I think we are complete for this Friday. Thank you so much for joining me. I bid you fun, adventure, and ease as you move into this weekend. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet again.